Jokes aside for a moment, here is a heartfelt salute to a unique Australian, a really great dame. These days, she's the housewife gigastar, as famous in London and New York as she is back home in Moonee Ponds. And she's just returned in triumph to celebrate her golden jubilee, 50 fabulous years up there in the spotlight. She is, of course, Dame Edna Everage, a character so real you often forget that she's a work of fiction, the creation of that comic genius Barry Humphries, who's now hailed as one of the greatest comedians of all time. But try telling that to the diva, and I can promise you, you're in for a world record dummy spit. It's an emotional moment. Dame Edna is coming home at last.
I doubt if anyone in Moonee Ponds has had a facelift of any kind. This chin, that was added. This double chin was added.
Is that right?
It belonged to Elizabeth Taylor. It was her left love handle.
There we go.
Wasn't that a comfortable ride? But here we are, Ray Martin. Moonee Ponds Station.
Brings a tear to your eye, I guess.
No, it doesn't. I don't have sentimental feelings about a railway station. Thank you.
On Puckle Street, the throbbing artery of Moonee Ponds, they proudly see Edna Everage as the local success story.
Edna, you are my role model.
Oh, you darling.
She's a colourful character, a theatrical illusion that they're all happy to accept.
Oh,
You
it was
really
so
would.
long ago, Peter.
know.
Did you feel I had a wonderful talent?
I did, I really did. I knew there was something there.
Oh, Peter, you are adorable. It's hard to believe that it's 50 years since Edna first appeared on this very stage.
Excuse I?
It's been quite a journey since then.
Edna Everage started out a shy, gawky Melbourne housewife.
I wonder if any of you have been to a slide evening before.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Barry Humphries is the Svengali who created the character that became Dame Edna.
There she goes, up and away with a friendly farewell.
It's been a fairy tale story, Possums.
50 years ago when you started here, who were you poking fun at?
Well, I was trying to really describe the Melbourne environment of the time. You know, it was a suffocating thing. You know, all that Laminex. I was standing there one day at the kitchen sink in Moonee Ponds. I was wrist deep in grey water, peas and mutton fat floating in it. I was looking out the kitchen window through chipped aluminium Venetian blinds at a yard full of broken toys. And I thought, is this the end? Is this it? It wasn't really a question even of ridicule.
They saw themselves?
They saw an aspect of their lives that had never been talked about.
When does Dame Edna become Dame Edna? When she puts...
The glasses on.
Not the stockings?
Glasses. The glasses make the character.
Now a flamboyant 72, Barry Humphries was a young law student when Edna first appeared on the university stage.
I'd be pretty boring, I think, as an old lawyer. I would be retired. I'd have a wine collection. Probably a collection of Georgian silver. You could say that Edna interrupted my academic career. Thank goodness. I met Barry Humphries, who was a spotty, young, rather round-shouldered youth. He'd signed me up on a contract. I'm still bound by the contract. I've made him wealthy. He does nothing. He's not here. People say there's a rumour that he is me. Isn't that tragic?
Dame Edna's life has become a society swirl. Today, it's an afternoon tea charity event with cupcakes, with salves, and the iconic Gladdies.
There's something Australian, something very Australian about her, Gladys, and it's thrusting and it's optimistic, and it's magically bereft of any form of subtlety.
Edna's back with a vengeance. That's the name of a new show. Kicked off by a civic reception, complete with fanfare, a kiss, and a key to the city.
Look, Possums!
From Melbourne's bubbly Lord Mayor, John Sow.
This man walks, Possums, he does. Hello, Ray.
Edna, how are you?
How are
Lovely to see you.
You're always looking young and lovely.
That's a lovely pink you have there.
Modified Beatles haircut of his.
Here she is.
Dame Edna is happy to be a megastar role model,
Hello, Dame.
and she accepts that the suburban epicentre of Melbourne
Aren't these two a wonderful pair?
has now moved from Moonee Ponds to Fountain Lakes.
She doesn't make us feel insuperior or anything.
No.
And you know what I like? She doesn't do lavatory humour,
No,
Ray.
no, she doesn't work blue, which some people do.
Like us.
Yeah,
Kath and Kim are the new generation of desperate housewives.
She loves herself sick, and I love that about her because I love myself sick.
Yeah.
And I think that's a Melbourne quality.
Now, you both keep up with the latest goss. There is a rumour that Dame Edna is a bloke in a frock.
Oh,
What?
that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever
No,
heard.
that is
You
just
are scraping about muck raking, Ray.
Oh, yeah, and you don't go there, Ray. Don't do that. You don't need to.
But did you share a dressing room today with Dame Edna?
Yes, we did. We didn't see
And
anything
everything's
suspicious.
in place,
Yes.
all right?
She's stacked.
Everything's
Can I say
where
that?
it's meant to be,
She's
right?
built, yes.
Dame Edna has become a show business phenomenon. Over 5 decades, she's conquered Australia and Britain, and now even America.
I'm a megastar. I'm a famous dame.
Something that no comic has ever done. The New York Times rates Barry Humphries up there with the legendary Charlie Chaplin as one of the greatest comedians of all time. And he's certainly that.
I think 50 years is a bit of a record for one theatrical invention. And I'm rather proud of that. You know, it's sort of coming home to me a little bit now.
So you should.
She said, look at me, and I'm talking to you. Broadway was the highlight. I never thought that it was possible to get the Tony Award, which is the highest accolade Broadway can bestow. I was chatting away, and I saw some little Japanese people in the front row having a lovely time. And I said to these sophisticated Broadway people, oh, we've got some lovely little Japs in the audience. And everyone went, oh!
Is she funnier than Barry Humphries?
I think much funnier, and I think that she's got really an abnormal amount of adrenaline. In fact, I find it quite exhausting just to be in her company.
Oh, Ray,
Dame
we're
Edna.
in the town hall. You know, the Lord Mayor has always wanted to show me his enormous organ. Isn't it magnificent?
It isn't. And how old is the enormous organ?
Well, it goes back to the 1890s. It stretches way back. Aren't we easily amused, Ray? Good morning.
Good morning, Dame Edna. Welcome to the market.
Saturday morning, and it's a regal moment at the Queen Victoria Market.
Have a nice day. Enjoy yourself.
Thank you. Hello, darling.
I love you, Edna.
It's all courtesy and curtsies for the Dame and her latest consort, the Lord Mayor John Sow.
You know our Lord Mayor, Mr. Sow.
Now, Mr. Mayor, there is a rumour that Dame Edna is really a man in a frock.
No. She's every bit a lady, a great dame.
No doubt about it.
I have no doubt whatsoever. She even gave me a kiss. I got the lipstick to prove it.
I think he's taken a shine to you, Edna.
Ray, he could be a stalker. He is a potential stalker. So I try not to encourage people too much. I'm still a very attractive woman.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dame Edna Everage.
She's got the key to the city, she's graced our stamps, and she's about to be on our coins. And now they've even named a street after her.
And on the corner where there was once a dignified little sweet shop, look, the Moonee Ponds kebab house. Hello. Hello. I lived here when I was a small girl. I used to live here.
Yeah.
I'll see you at the show, darlings. I enjoy being famous. I am the light at the end of every housewife's tunnel.
Dame Edna, it seems, has become very much her own woman. The rumour keeps growing that he's really you, but in fact, you're him in a dress.
Heard the rumour, it was a long time ago. It happens to a lot of female achievers. If you're successful as a woman, they assume there is a man involved. It's tragic.
Has it happened to Kylie, Nicole?
People have said that of Kylie, that she is in fact Jason Donovan.
If she decides to hang up the frocks, will you miss her?
I don't think that's ever likely to happen.
You need the money, do you? Barry needs the money from Edna.
He's extravagant.
Clap if you feel like it. Barry!
After 50 years living with Barry Humphries, it's become a bizarre relationship, a strange kind of theatre.
It's a little bit tense, Raymond. I've known Barry so long. And as my mother used to say to me, I can read him like a book. And it's not always a book that I would let children to peruse.
If I could get Barry together with you, could
You
we...
never will. Well, I'm a little bit nervous about this.
Well, we did. After a bit of flattery, bribery and arm twisting, they came together. For the first time on camera. Reluctantly, and I'm afraid, a little hostile.
Oh, Ray, this is a historic moment. I never really thought I would be in a studio with someone as lovely as you and someone as, quite frankly, irritating as you, Barry.
Edna, you've said to me, that he's dysfunctional, that he's a sick man.
I've never thought you were well. I've thought you've lived your life through me. I've been the famous one and you've been... Well, I'm going to use the L word now. You've been the loser. You are a loser.
Barry, Edna's on the stamps. Edna is the one who gets the key to the city. She's the star.
I'm glad. It gives me the greatest pleasure that I have played a very important role in creating this, dare I say, monster.
Can we sort it out, Dame Edna? After 50 years, can we sort it out?
I've thought of litigation, but why bother? I'm going ahead without you, Barry. Thank you, Ray Martin, and goodbye, Barry Humphries.